summer, but we were here in the spring and it was like 5 times that big, and the spray would hit you up here in the face.
Wow.
From the snow runoff. You can actually hike all the way down now. See the people way down there?
Yeah. I see the people down.
See, in the spring, the water is almost back up here to the bank.
Yeah.
So the water level is real low right now.
It's quite a drop straight down there.
Yeah, that's quite a drop.
Power station over there then? Okay, what they did here is they built a power plant down here. Water falls down and then spins turbines. It was built in 1853, signed by the Army to explore, what is it, Snoqualamie Pass, okay. That's when the settlers got there, okay.
Yeah,
Then,
the powerhouse was built
yeah,
in
1898
1898.
they built the powerhouse, and by the late 1880s, Seattle Lakeshore and Eastern Railroad had expanded operations around Lake Washington, so on and so forth. So, there we are. Baker constructed the generating plant in a cavity hollowed out of solid rock 270 feet beneath the Snoqualamie River to protect the generating machinery from constant mist and seasonal freezing. Less than 1 year, with laborers working 3 shifts around the clock, plant 1 was completed. And that's it down there. 270 feet below the water there. And the light bulbs came on in 1898. Billed as the 8th wonder of the world, when it was constructed, Plant 1 began generating electricity in 1898 from its 4 original units and the first completely underground generating facility in the world. Water entered the plant through a vertical shaft. We already got that, dropping 270 feet through 2 8-foot diameter pipes. And let's see, and the water returned to the river through a tunnel 450 feet long to the base of the falls. And that tunnel would be right here. It's amazing. Way back then. By 1905, when a 5th generator was installed in the cavity, new technology had developed so rapidly that the generator produced as much power as the first 4 generators combined. How about that? Transmitted electricity over some of the longest transmission lines of the day, 32 miles to Seattle, 44 miles to Tacoma, and 36 miles to Everett. In 1910, Plant 2 was built to meet the increasing demand for electricity in the fast-growing Puget Sound area. Very good. Workers evacuated a 1,200-foot tunnel from the river above the falls under the present park location to a bluff 500 feet above Plant 2. And the water dropped through 2 penstocks to the generating plant on the river. Plant 2 was expanded in 1956 to add a second generating unit. There it is today. water starts out there. There's where the first one was. And then there's the second one there. Okay, so now, here's the river nowadays, the way it is. There's the dam where the water falls vertically. There's the falls themselves. And there's the second plant. Okay, so the dam is back there, and the water gets diverted straight down into that rock where the power station and the turbines are, and then it comes back out here. Very interesting. Right back there is where the water would be going down. All that distance. And then it rejoins back down there. Well, that was a fun tour. Coming back down into the valley here, we can see Seattle right over there. A little bit of the tall buildings. A little better earlier, but that's okay. We have Melissa and Smokey the Bear. Yay!
She can even sit in the fire truck.
She can sit in the fire truck. Okay. Say something to Irma, because this is going to her.
Hi, Irma. That's about it.
That's about it.
I'm
Okay.
not really in a very creative mood today.
That's okay. First day of school is not a good creative day, is it? All right. What's that?
I live down on the major fault in
Hey,
California.
great. It's not my fault. No pun intended.
Sure.
Oh, the
Take it to
true
work.
story of
Oh my.
Smokey the Bear.
The true story, but not the
Here,
artificially
you want the true
inflated
story?
false story.
Look.
You got pens and
I'm all
stuff.
excited.
Oh gosh. Look this way once, Melissa. Melissa. Okay.
That's for the bird.
Now that's Teaker. Who's a pretty friendly cat, except I guess
Except
Brian.
for when the little cat's
When the little cat is nearby. She's a real sweet cat, though. That's Brian holding her. No, she doesn't want to be held.
Oh, she's just
But
coming.
she's a very friendly cat, though. Teaker! Teaker! Maybe set her down there. Oh, Teaker. And that's why. Oh. Now, Teaker does not like to be bothered by Izzy down there, and Izzy is just trouble going somewhere to happen. I guess Izzy's just a young little thing. And boy, that cat can bat balls around on the pool table and then scratch things and get into all kinds of
You
mischief.
should get her.
And I'll get
that.
I wanted to get that her and Pearl fighting. But Teaker's a nice cat. Let me get Pearl in this. Okay, I think I got all of the last frame, but the camera hiccuped again, so it might have chopped the last bit of what I did. This is Pearl. Look at her pretty blue eyes. She's a real sweet cat. Real sweet. Very friendly. They all are. They're going to play with each other. This is funny. And that little one there continually bugs Pearl. See if you can get him to... No, she won't do it. Maybe she will.
Maybe.
Maybe not. Now she's interested in something else. But what a sweet kitty Pearl is. Pearl! Hey, kitty! And she's sweet. Hello, Pearl. Loves to be scratched. Loves to have her belly scratched. Isn't that funny, watching the two of them romp like that? They do that all day long here. It's kind of cute. But Teaker doesn't like to romp at all. Teaker. How you doing over here, Teaker? Huh? Teaker? How you doing under there? Hi, Teaker. Hi, Teaker. Can you say hi? Teaker! He just said hi a minute ago. She is a sweet cat. She's a real friendly cat. Except when the other one bugs her. Hi, Teaker. Hi, Tigger. Yeah, you're a sweet kitty. Hi, Tigger. Yeah. Looks like a tiger. Look at the stripes on her. And look at the white fur in the little one's mouth from having bitten Pearl. Hey, Izzy! Psst, Izzy! Look at that white fur there. Well, I had a fun time at Dave and Linda's. Right now I'm on board the Seattle to Bremerton Ferry. Didn't have time to shoot much of Seattle. Maybe I can get some now. Starting to pull away. Pretty foggy out here. There's the Seattle skyline in the fog. The trip takes about an hour. Ship looks a lot like the Hollister.
Walk around town. So I always like to walk around marinas and airports and stuff anyway, just look at all the different types of designs and stuff.
Yeah. It says on there, Puget Sound Naval Shipyard.
Yeah.
Right for, looks like right there. Run it into reverse. Way to Mark's place, and it's very beautiful back in here. Lots of tall trees everywhere. Pretty nice back here. Mark said there would be a dirt road. And there it is. Very nice. I don't know who that guy is there, but
Hey!
hey there, Mark
What's going
Hurst
on?
himself. How you doing there, buddy? Hang on one second. Let me shut this thing down. After coming up this long road, we got to Mark's house.
Hi, Irma.
Hey, there you go. You remember
How you
Mark?
doing? Yep. I was the guy with the broken down Spitfire.
my Long Beach Navy buddy.
Yeah.
And this is your house.
This is our home.
All
My
right.
wife's name is Bonnie.
Oh, look at the flowers you got here. Nice, pretty. Well, my cousin Bruce would love this place. He would just love it. Everything you've got here, he would want. Lots of privacy and room around him.
Hey, if he wants to buy our house, we'll sell it to him. Honestly.
Really?
Yeah, we're moving up. Moving.
Oh, nice. Boy, he'd be the type that would just fly up here and probably take you up on it if he could sell his farm there. But then he's got his in-laws to deal with too. It'd have to be they'd all have to kick him off.
Kick him out.
Well, Ma, as you can see, Mark has the right idea on things. Believe me, he'd love to kick them out. But unfortunately, he's not at liberty to do that financially. But this is nice, real nice, very nice. So your land goes up to just about where that house is up there.
No, no.
Oh.
You see that yellow ribbon right there in the
Around the
woods?
old oak tree, that yellow ribbon? Okay.
That was for you, Steve.
Okay.
Yellow ribbon.
Oh, brother. And then there's your neighbor, and you used to have a bunch of shrubbery right over there blocking
a
it,
buffer zone.
A buffer
they cut
zone.
it all down.
which is the law they're supposed to do. Oh, how nice. You got a little,
Little park bench.
yeah.
Bonnie put that together yesterday. She put that together, that park bench.
How nice. And your lawn and
Bonnie's-
everything?
Bonnie's the one who's done most of the work on the landscape here.
Great. Just in case she sees this video now, you can
Yeah.
protect yourself. I'm just kidding.
I give her all the credit, man. I give Bonnie credit.
Good deal.
She deserves all the credit for this.
Your garage and everything. Very nice. And your windsurfer.
Yeah. As you can see, I got some wood here. I'm finishing downstairs, and this is for the ceiling downstairs.
Uh-huh.
All this is stuff I'm going to put behind a media center, because you can see it has some defects and faults in it
Yeah.
and stuff. And this is the pantry, which is where we keep our food stocked. We're not Mormons, we just buy in bulk.
I see. Well, that's a good idea. Okay, let's go in the house the front way then.
You wanna go in
Yeah,
front?
sure. Okay. Up the stairs we go. This is sure is our front door.
Steve!
Hey, Mark.
Let's go downstairs and I'll show you what I'm doing down there.
Okay. Have to do some corny
By the
stuff.
way, my name's Bob Vila.
Uh-huh. Whoever he is.
You can take a picture of those dirty clothes.
Oh, those dirty clothes. Oh, I didn't even see him
It's
until
a
you
mess
mentioned them.
down here, but it's a mess because I'm completing the downstairs here. I'm putting up, as you can see, this wood ceiling.
Yeah,
All
that
the
looks
way
nice.
across.
Got your insulation up and everything?
Oh yeah, this
Very
whole place
good.
is insulated. The reason I put insulation up is for sound deadening. When I turn on the stereo, I put in wall stereos up there.
Oh,
This eventually
nice.
is going to be a home theater down here.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, so I'm going to have two ribbon speakers there with two subwoofers at the bottom,
Yeah?
a center channel, and all the wiring goes to this, and this is the main control unit. You could do it by remote or whatever. It'll control all the components.
How neat.
So you
A
go
home theater.
upstairs and on the remote you can turn something up there while I'm watching a movie down here or
Oh,
whatever.
neat. Looking good. Okay, let's go upstairs. And then this is to the garage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where we
Garage.
just came in. Okay. Now back upstairs. Your house is just like my cousin's square. You come in and there's
Mhm.
downstairs that way,
Split level,
or
yeah.
split level, or stairs this way, which is really neat. I thought it was a very good way of making a house. There's a hallway.
Hallway.
And then in
This
here is
way.
what? Here's a, let's do this first. This is, oh, how nice, a living room in here.
Mhm.
I think it'll get in this light. This is one of the older camcorders, and like I said,
Yeah, I can open up the windows and you get more light in here if you want.
I think we got it okay.
Okay.
And then what in here? We have a dining room. How nice.
And in here we have our kitchen.
Uh-huh.
Again, I put in the lights up here and stuff. But again,
Looking nice.
Bonnie, you know, she's the decorator of this place.
How neat.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
She's really quite a talented gal.
Great. And
Outside,
outside here we
it's our
have
backyard.
the backyard. And here's a little patio porch where Mark's going to cook me a feast since it's the Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
I'll cook you a hot dog.
A whole hot dog just for me?
Whole one.
Wow. Golly. Very
And it
nice,
goes-
Mark.
It goes back for about another, I'd say about another 50 yards back.
Uh-huh. This is really nice. The best thing is it's way out in the middle of
Yep,
nowhere.
it's nice and quiet. We don't have a lot of
Boy,
noise.
I wish I had that.
Neighbors.
My next neighbor,
See, we got a green belt between each side of us
uh-huh,
that separates.
a green belt. That's just a bunch of foliage where you don't
Yeah,
see your neighbor.
You're not allowed to cut it down.
That's great. See, where I live, you have 6 feet between your next neighbor.
Yeah, you can touch walls. Yeah.
Yeah, I can touch walls. I can hear everything, but that's all right. But this is great out here. How many miles from Bremerton are we?
Oh, about 20.
Huh. Let's go down the stairs and I can't shut the camera off because it's really acting up, and what it's doing is it shuts itself down all by itself, and then it backs up over what I just did.
Oh.
So I missed the Space Needle and a couple other things, but nothing lasts forever, and if it lasts for this trip, then I'm happy. Take a shot of the house from back here. I think I'm a little close.
Yeah,
There we
show
go.
that to your who? Brother-in-law?
To my cousin Bruce, yeah. Oh, nice.
Bruce telling that too for $120,000.
Well, that's a good deal.
No, not 120. No. You're gonna have to erase that part, Steve. 120,000 is cheap, man. 130, 135.
Huh. Yeah, very nice, Mark. I see, and then this leads back into the room you're working on.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. And that's about it for the Mark Hurst tour.
Yeah.
Here's the south side of the house. And some more flowers and goodies. Looks nice. Looks real nice. I think I got the front of the house and everything. Very nice, Mark. Very nice. Yeah, you got a nice place here. Okay, we're all going for a ride here. Mark and Bonnie and I. Mark, you want to narrate? You just said, where are we going and what are we coming into?
Well, we're 5 miles out from Kingston.
Okay. And what's in Kingston? People, trees, cars on the road.
A few.
Great. Gosh, I'm sure glad I'm taping this. You know, I could get that in Canoga Park, but that's okay. Or Sacramento, but that's okay.
Well, there's nothing that's unique about Kingston.
Unique.
Get out of here.
Nothing
Turn it
that's-
back that way.
There's nothing that's unique about it?
Exit walk is to work here.
Oh.
No, elementary school.
Is that like a rabbit unique up on him?
Unique.
Okay, Hood Canal Burr. Next
That's
bridge.
Yeah, that's back the other way.
Okay.
We'll
So,
take you up to Port Gamble. After we're done here, we'll take you up to Port Gamble.
okay.
Now that's a unique place. It's an old lumber town.
Okay.
And it has some old houses still there. And there's still a lumber mill there, and so we can take a look at that.
Sounds good.
And we'll pass by the Hood Canal floating bridge, and you can take a look at that.
Okay. Okay, we're coming into
Here's
entering
Port Gamble.
Port Gamble. Got that, Mark. I could have got it going by. You didn't have to.
Well, you could
I see.
do
Okay.
this. Plus, we got a
Okay.
car behind us.
Oh, that's a good
We
reason.
won't let them go by.
Okay.
You see it when it
That's
was
fine.
founded.
Okay. 1853.
Now here's some houses. You want to get the houses on the left here.
Okay.
Now these are all original houses built in Port Gamble. You know, they have maintenance upkeep. They used to be owned by Pope and Talbot, the logging company here. And all the people that worked down there in the mill, they would stay up here in these houses. And they were for lease. They didn't actually out and buy the houses. The company leased the houses to them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Looked like we had some logging activity down to the right. I should
Yeah, we
look
do.
down there a little bit.
Yeah,
But,
we'll come down to that.
okay.
And here's the lumber mill off to
Oh
the
yeah, off to the right. I can't quite see it.
bars
That's
right
okay.
here. I'll get down here and you'll probably see it better.
Oh, neat. So this was a, what do you call it, a logging lumber?
Yeah, logging community.
Oh, neat.
No logging town, Port Gamble.
Oh, neat.
go down to the historic museum?
Sure.
I've never been there. So here's the thing that explains Port Gamble.
Okay, and then down there, okay, there's a bunch of lumber down there. Couldn't quite turn around enough to get that.
Lumber at the lumber mill.
Even in honor of Lieutenant Robert Gamble, wounded in service in the War of 1812. How about that? Today, this is the oldest sawmill operation on the North American continent. How neat. Gamble Historic Museum. Open 7 days a week, 10 to 4.
Yeah, they had a guy down here a couple of years ago. He got caught in yeah.
Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Isn't that beautiful?
Definitely. The
Victorian styling.
uh-huh. And the windows.
Look, there's a Hollister anchor.
Yeah. It's probably equally old, too.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Hollister anchor.
built the room when the mill started, right?
I don't know when that thing was, but let me get a shot from up here before we actually walk down there.
Hey, you're holding up traffic, man.
A steam engine right there? Could be.
Oh, you know what that is? That's
Huh.
a fire pump. That's a steam-driven fire pump.
Huh. What do we got here? Just a grindstone?
Either that or it's one of those,
Like in keep your nose too?
Keep
Keep your nose with a grindstone? Get your nose down there, Mark. All right. Okay, now let's see how it looks. The grindstone from the damage your nose
This is
did.
probably where they had the belt and stuff on.
Yeah.
Huh?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, reciprocating
Yeah, look at that
pump.
piston thing there. That's what it is.
Yeah, duplex pump. Steam-driven water pump. Used in Port Campbell sawmill.
From 1913 and 1974. Supplies high pressure water to all the plant and what? Town site fire hydrants. Fire hydrants is 2 words,
Yeah, I
but that's
know.
okay. We won't get them for spelling.
Got any dollars on you?
I might.
Oh, he might.
Okay, now we're in the museum here.
Those powerful brain.
This is the Mark and Bonnie exhibit. Captain's cabin aboard the Oriental.
Are those drugs your psychiatrist sent you?
That's it, yeah. Why I talked to my camcorder, yeah. This day begins with, we can't quite read all of that. Captain William Talbot. Cargo hold of the Oriental. Here's a howitzer ball. U.S. steamer Massachusetts. Oh, get that howitzer ball.
This is the, here's a Ford hold on the ship, Steve.
Huh?
Here's a Ford hold on the ship.
Can't get in there. It's too dark. Puget Mill Company, 1853-1913. Look at this. Look at this bandsaw. See, it's a little too dark for... There, you can see a little bit of that right there. Wraps all the way around there. Oh, interesting. Oh, interesting. Open Talbot. Lumber. Here's another shot of the little mural they got there, depicting it all in the olden days. Sailing ships. Puget Hotel. Tells a little story there for you. Wrong button. Trying to get the date time to go off. So you can read that. Look at some of these real shots here. A bit of history. Horse-drawn buggies. Interesting. Iris Walker's place. Built in 1887, Admiralty Hall. The master bedroom. Here's an Indian house used in the 1800s. Can't see in her too well. There's an early handcart. Assorted types of trees. And that's it. There's some interesting heirlooms in here. Assorted things. What's that? Gold medallion of some kind. Looks like a compass or a sextant or something. Some old rifles. And a microscope. Very interesting. I think I got this earlier, but I didn't know exactly what it was. It's what San Francisco looked like. sailing ships.
Black and white pools.
This is early baseball stuff.
One of these murals.
Look at this. Early baseball stuff.
We could do that. I'll come in here and rip it off.
We're now going over the Wood Canal Bridge. Look at that severe wind flashing. And out to that side. So what are we seeing out there, Mark? There's a bay out there, and there's...
No, this is the canal. This
Okay.
comes from the Juan de Fuca Straits.
Okay.
Comes down, goes all the way down past our house, which is about 20 miles that way,
Okay.
down to the canal. The Hood Canal is I'd say about 50 miles long.
Okay. Well, why does that bulge outward down there?
I think that's the part that opens up to let the submarine goes through. See, when submarines come, or any sort of shipping traffic comes down to get through, it separates and allows the vessel to pass through.
And then there's a little island out there to the left. So it separates in the sense that...
It draws back.
How strange.
You see, it separates right there.
Oh, it opens up like a clamshell type of thing. How strange. So what island is that out there?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's something that Mr. Hurst doesn't know. Uh-oh. In the Washington area?
That's probably about the only thing I don't know.
When you were narrating the part of the video on the ferry, I was amazed how you knew the name of every little island and outlet and everything. But I guess since you live here all your life. Very nice. There's a nice hatchet. View of the whole length of the thing, sort of from an angle.
Yeah, we'll get a pretty good view here.
Coming back the other way. We just came across here just to do this for the fun of it.
Used to be a toll. It used to be like, I think it was $1 toll or $1.25 kilo.
And they actually got rid of a toll instead of increasing it in this day and age?
Right.
Well, that's rare.
They paid for the repairs and everything.
Huh. And you can see it's starting to clear out there to the west.
Actually,
that?
they were making so much money on this bridge. They were diverting the money they made after they finished paying off this bridge to the ferry system.
Huh. Seaplane as we bounce along here?
Sure, that's not a light plane.
Yeah, it's a seaplane. Or rather, a float plane is the correct technical. This sure is weird, this clamshell arrangement here. Never seen a bridge like that.
He used to live right up the hill there.
Right up the hill you used to live up there, huh?
Behind the trees.
Huh. This is nice out here, farm country. Well, it cleared up. We just had a really great Italian meal. And tasted excellent. This is nice back in here. Very nice. Oh, nice. This is pretty. Little lake and everything here. This is, what do you call the place then?
Naval
Underwater.
Naval Undersea Warfare Center Museum.
Oh, neat.
Oh no, the gates are closed.
So that means it's closed. We'll have to come by tomorrow, I guess.
Okay.
Saturday, Sunday, and holidays closed. That's the end of that. Oh well. Okay, now that's called the Trieste. And what does the Trieste do? It's an underwater.
It's a deep submergence vessel.
Okay.
Purposes?
Vessel.
Rescue submarines?
Yeah.
Stricken submarines?
Yeah, stricken.
So, yeah,
Is that what they brought up?
submarines down. That goes
Now-
down to
When we were on the other base and saw the Trident subs, and you told me there was that big, huge building, was that?
No, that wasn't for this.
No, but didn't you say that housed a submarine that was brought up by this, a Soviet sub they found?
Yeah.
And it was in that
Yeah.
windowless building for a long
Yeah,
time, and they
yeah.
used this to bring up that Soviet
Yeah,
sub. Okay.
right. Yeah.
And there you can get a better view of it. And see, there's like a thing off on the right there where there's a propeller that drives the thing.
Right.
Neat. Wonder how deep it'll go.
I don't know. I know it goes pretty deep.
Yeah.
Oh, see, they don't use it anymore, of course.
Is Ilahi State Park. Sounds like maybe an Indian name. Oh, look at the guns up there. Shouldn't use telephoto when the car's moving, or jitters everything. What a neat park. This is what I guess Washington is famous for, is these ever-present evergreen trees. They're just everywhere. Neat.
They took out the speed bump, which was nice.
Stop a minute, Mark. Whoa. Where are we looking at out there? What lake and everything is that?
Oh, no, that's Puget Sound.
Okay.
That's not a lake.
Puget Sound?
Uh-huh.
I don't hear anything.
Remember where you just came from, Keyport?
I guess, yeah.
That's further around that bend that you're looking at down there.
Okay.
You go around that bend, we're at Keyport.
Neat. This is real pretty back in here. Okay, off in the distance there you can see Mount Rainier. Hopefully I'll get a closer shot of that in the days to come. And we are out here on a dock looking at Puget
Sound.
again.
Yeah.
And is it Bainbridge Island over there?
Yeah, that's Bainbridge Island.
Okay. Give you a little shot of this. To Bonnie. Hi, Bonnie.
Yes, you do. Hello.
This is Mark's wife. After all this time, I just realized I don't have any shots of Bonnie. Mark and Bonnie together. And wait a minute, there's somebody hiding behind you. There we go. There we go. All right. The happy couple in the state of Washington, which is better than the state of disaster, right?
Yeah.
Or the state of California.
That's right. Yep, you got that right.
Did you want to go walking out there? Is this good?
Not necessarily. This is fine. Okay. Oh, look at that sailboat out there, rocking away. Is that a jet skier? Yeah, there's a jet skier right there. What's that over there, Mark?
That's Manette Bridge.
Okay, there's a large ship over on the other side there.
Oh, that's the ferry.
That's a large ferry, too. And then on this side, we've got another part of a bay. You can see him shooting into the sun. We got carriers here. That's some kind of a Navy base.
Shipyard.
A shipyard.
Puget
Sound Naval Shipyard.
I will turn in
And-
right here.
Oh, neat. Look at that carrier there. 62. That's the New Jersey. That's 62 right
Yeah,
there.
Right.
Unbelievable. You know, when I was a little kid, I made a model of that ship, the New Jersey. That's like the Missouri. It's a battleship.
Yeah,
Look at the 3 guns there on it. Oh, that's neat. And what carrier is that? Oh, look at those 2. What carrier is that?
That's the Hornet.
No kidding.
I don't see why we can't walk around until they tell us we can't be.
Yeah.
This is public.
And we got minesweepers out there.
No.
And what are those 2?
These two are mine.
Okay, what are those out there? Destroyers.
Yeah, that's what they look like.
Destroyers right there, and minesweepers right there. There's one of the elevators for the aircraft on this thing.
This is the Hornet here.
The Hornet, what's the number on it? I don't remember.
I don't remember what it is.
But there's the New Jersey. I gotta get a look at that. Yeah, that is definitely the New Jersey, number 62. It's decommissioned, Mark said. That's a battleship. Just like the New Jersey. That is a very large ship. Three turrets on those guns. Next to it is a bunch of destroyer escorts or fast frigates. Another carrier over there. It looks like another battleship, number 63, would be right next to the 62. A decommissioned aircraft carrier, an old one. And more destroyer escorts or fast frigates, 3 of them right in a row there. And Mark says all this is decommissioned and mothballed. From that angle here, this is a better angle, you can see the 3 deck guns, the 3 barrels of the deck guns right there. But you can also see there's some 5-inch 38 caliber guns, double barreled there and there. And that's what we had as our big primary guns on the Hollister. You can see they're just a like an auxiliary add-on thing for a ship this size. That is the neatest shot I've seen all day. All these super tall and narrow trees and the sun going through. What an interesting shot. By date time. This is beautiful. We just passed Bremerton National Airport. That's what's neat about Washington is you get all these tall trees like this.
You got more.
Right by the side of the road here as you go along. It's so unusual, and that's what's kind of typical of this part of Washington.
Yeah, you're supposed to go over to the right, slow down, go to the right.
I stopped by the side of the road here just for the fun of looking at the silhouette effect of the Olympic mountain range there. You can see it's exactly 8 o'clock. Very nice. We had a fun day of traveling around. Well, we're off on another tour. This is one of the many little roads that have all kinds of thick trees and...
We're on this road because Steve had to pee.
Again. Yeah, so we had to go off the main road. But how nice. Washington's got all these... Oh, there's a neat little... All kinds of neat little roads, very narrow, that have all this lush vegetation and stuff around it. Really nice. We're going to the museum. We're at the Naval Undersea Museum.
Where Steve is about to go pee again.
We're going to go in here and check out this museum. Do you have a comment?
Hey, yeah. You pee entirely too much.
Okay, thank you. I drank too much coffee, that's what it is. Anyway, and we'll come out and do all that later. Vice Admiral E.I.T. Reich. What if he's the 3rd Reich in his family? Oh, neat. Look at this torpedo. Hi.
Welcome to our preview center.
Thank you.
We'll guide basically.
Forward battery section. Aft battery section. Electric propulsion motor. Gyroscope. Air flask for activation of gyroscope. Propeller. World War II, a brief overview. I don't have time for that. Neat. This is a World War II torpedo.
Yeah. It's a Mark 37 torpedo.
Okay, and you were saying something about the warhead there?
Yeah, that warhead is what we call T611. That's Navy ammunition logistics code for it.
Okay. Now, how much explosives would be in there?
Oh, I think there's I think it's 600 pounds somewhere in there.
Of
Um,
TNT dynamite?
yeah, it's kind of its equivalent is to like I think it's 1.5 times dynamite.
Interesting.
And it's H6 explosives.
Interesting. And this is what they used in those diesel electric submarines in World War II. Look at all the batteries.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's so many batteries to power the thing. I wonder what the voltage and everything is.
Not only do you have it for that, but you have it for longevity of running too.
Battery only. My watch only beeps when I'm taping. Air flasks for activation of gyroscope. Gyroscope. How interesting. It's in the back, not the front. Electric propulsion motor. I know I did this a minute ago, but that's okay. The camcorder hiccuped, and I don't know how much of the earlier part I missed, so I'll just do it again. Here we're in another part of the museum. We don't know what this thing is. That little helicopter. Look at that little two-blade helicopter.
This thing here is what they use when they fire a torpedo. See that torpedo right over there?
Yeah.
That helicopter-like
Yeah.
thing? That's an exercise torpedo. This is what they use to go down to retrieve that exercise torpedo
I
off
see.
the bottom of the water.
And look at how it's got a. Look at this. It's a turbine engine. Look at that little turbine engine right there. It's got two blades, so they don't need a tail rotor because the torque compensates. And then it drops that little torpedo in the water. How interesting. Little remote-controlled helicopter. That's wild. And then this up here, you were telling us this parachute on the back of the.
Right, shoot. Whenever they drop a 46 torpedo from the air,
Yeah.
you can launch a 46 torpedo three ways. You can launch a 46 torpedo from a surface platform, from an ASROC, and from an air platform.
Yeah, and we had an ASROC on the Hollister.
Right.
And as I recall, when the ASROC fired the torpedo out, it came down by parachute too. The one time we launched that dummy.
Yeah.
Interesting. Then over here, looks like another. What's that gray thing up there? I wonder. I don't know.
It might be a scaled model for a submarine bow.
And then what's the white thing there? Okay, and then there's some more torpedoes over there.
Those are 46. And those are both 46 torpedoes.
And then what's this? This is a bathoscope, something like that. That's apparently a bubble that a man can ride down to great depths in. And here's a suit for the same purpose. Working underwater. Made of rigid sections that pivot relative to one another as the accumulate moves arms and legs. How interesting. Perfected in the 1970s. Interesting. Can't read that. It's load ballast keeps Jim's submerged weight about 60 pounds. Interesting. Very interesting. And then there's like a little, two-man open diving bell. Interesting. Then we got another. What's this up here, Mark?
Scale model of a deep submergence rescue vehicle.
Oh, really? How neat.
That's half size. That was actually used in the movie Hunt for Red October.
Oh, was it? How neat. That was a good movie, too. And what's over here? Is this a mine?
That is indeed a mine.
How neat. MK6 mine. Interesting. Here's something else. What's this thing over here, Mark? whatever it is, it's driven by a torpedo-like device. You know what this thing is? Right here? Driven by a torpedo-like device, whatever it is.
Ooh, I don't know what that is.
It's got a little hatch there, so it carries men. How interesting. The thing is,
The Chiton, or Divine Path, it was a suicide submarine used during the last part of World War II. And they kind of threw it together out of spare parts. The rear end of it is a what they call the Type 63 torpedo. They took the warhead off and they used it basically like an outboard motor.
uh-huh.
It slides in that housing there and you can, where all the tubes bolt up. Just under the conning tower is where the pilot knelt down,
Uh-huh.
and it was strapped to the deck of a mother submarine.
No kidding. And then all those cylinders there.
That's the oxygen and whatever have you.
Okay, and then that giant thing down there is probably the explosive part.
You bet.
How interesting.
And it was strapped to, and they would just, the guy would get in, close the hatch, and then he would basically just turn on the torpedo and
And they release it from the mother sub.
right, and away he went.
How about that? That's neat. Strange but neat. Just enough room for one guy too in there. A suicide submarine. That's really wild. Yeah, there's the explosive thing there. This is a mine Mark 24 torpedo. It says here, prototype of the Mark 24 mine, better known as Fido, which was used with considerable success against German U-boats late in World War II. This unit, FX-2, is the first American acoustic torpedo to steer on a noise target. The FX-2 was developed by the Harvard Underwater Sound Laboratory, which in 1945 became the Ordnance Research Lab. How neat. Over here we have Howell torpedo. The little transmission gears in there. Interesting. The story on this is today's technology 100 years ago. The flywheel used stored energy. There were no gyros. However, the flywheel at 132 pounds was spinning at 10,000 RPMs, and that gave the flywheel a gyro effect. Right there. Now, the flywheel and variable pitch propeller used in the Howell torpedo 100 years ago are still used today. Counter-rotating variable pitch propellers keep the torpedo at relatively constant speed. And there they are. How interesting. All little gears and things. How interesting. Mark 46 torpedo, Mark 50 torpedo. Interesting. We have a little display showing various underwater apparatus. Here's the Turtle, the first real submarine. Actually, the first submarine was right there, made in 1620. Oar-propelled submarine on the River Thames from 1620 to 1630. And here's the Turtle. This is interesting. This guy would, against the British, would go under a warship, bore a hole in the hull, and then insert an explosive charge. I guess that would be right there with that screw part. There's this hand-screw propelled device right there with that propeller. There's a Confederate submarine, Hunley. On February 17, 1864, it sunk the Union frigate Housatonic with a spar torpedo. There's a bathysphere. down to 1,426 feet of water in 1917, unrestricted submarine warfare. In 1955, submarines entered the nuclear age. USS Nautilus right there. There's the Trieste, that's what's outside there. 1958 under the North Pole. Discovery of Titanic. Diesel electric. Submerged object recovery device. Now here we have a really strange species which is yet to be identified.
I'll show you a strange species, buddy.
This is interesting. Living without the sun. The unusual creatures you see here live at the bottom of the ocean at depths of 10,000 to 12,000 feet. What is unusual about these animals is that they survive not by photosynthesis, but by chemosynthesis. These creatures live near geothermal vents that fill the water with hydrogen sulfide, a chemical that bacteria use to create food energy. Like the phytoplankton use photosynthesis, these bacteria use chemicals instead of sunlight to weave their food web. That's wild. So, interesting. This is a live TV transmission from a satellite. can see the area of Oregon and Washington there. Buzzes going into effect. That's interesting, a live satellite shot. You can see we got a little bit right up there in Washington. Whoops, getting fuzzy again. That's about it for that. There's the Trieste, the Navy underwater recovery vehicle. Trieste-2. Trieste-2. Design depth 20,000 feet. Pretty good. 88 tons. Submerged 305 tons. I don't know if you want to read all that or not, but I'm not going to take the time to fool with it. These are torpedo tubes they've got crated up here. I guess from World War II diesel electric submarines. And they're fired out of the tube by air pressure, I guess, in those cylinders on top there. How interesting. Okay. And over here we got a couple of old torpedoes. Let's go down a little further to those three and look at those. World War II torpedoes. Oh, the auto fuzz is screwing up again. Oh well.
Want me to back up and do it?
No, that's fine. That's okay. Now we're coming up to the little town of Seebeck. And I got a good shot of the bay out there and everything. Isn't that neat? Isn't that nice? Little, what is this, a fishing village? A little pond over there. Is this like a fishing village of some kind? How neat. This is really nice.
Hey, get out of the road.
Seebeck Conference. That would have been neat to see on video of those two guys. Yeah, boom. Hey, Mark, where'd these two watermelons on the windshield come from? Those are slow pedestrians, Steve. Very nice. Sure is nice out here. nice. All those homes over there. We're having a wonderful barbecue at Mark's and Bonnie's place, the Hearst residence. The food's already done because Mark's such a fast cook. That's what it is.
Hey,
Hey, are you a fast cook, Mark?
I'm a cook fast.
Are you a fast cook?
I'm a patty
Are you a
cook.
fast cook?
I'm a patty cook.
Boy, there's the burgers and everything.
Uh-huh.
Outstanding.
Tater tots.
Tater tots. All right, did a good job, Mark. Outstanding.
As
Outstanding.
usual.
I don't know about that. But... Okay. We did our video for posterity, whoever that is. Having a lovely Labor Day barbecue. There's Marcus eating his food. There's Bonnie eating her food. Okay. And Anchorman Steve will soon join them, I hope.
After 2 hours of waiting.
Maybe. Yeah. All right. Mark's going to show us his property. It goes way back there. I didn't know it just ended on either side. It's a long and thin lot. So now we're going to do some trailblazing back here.
I want to point out that we're going to follow those red ribbons.
We're going to follow the red ribbons? Oh, I see. One there and one there. Several back there. Of course, I can't tell with this black and white viewfinder, but... Yeah, Bonnie's right. You do need good clothes for this. Since it's very thick. Well, this is sure thick stuff. This is as far back as I'm going. Mark's up there further, looking at his other property markers. That's it. I'm going to show Mark how the macro lenses on these camcorders works. With Bonnie's beautiful flowers here. They look really nice. Like for instance, we can get right down on this flower here, this pretty blue one. Just like this. Put it right in focus. And this pretty one here. And this pretty one here. And this pretty one here. Okay, so from the main road we go off on this road here. They just got done putting this through, huh?
Brand new road.
But it's going to be better. They're going to finish it up and put crushed rock on it.
Well, that's good. So now
Make it real nice.
you did buy this property, or you're thinking about it?
Oh, we're thinking about it.
Okay.
Actually, we pretty much decided to. We just got to get the financing for it.
Okay. And how many acres are we talking about?
Almost 5.
Huh.
A little under 5 acres.
I don't think they finished the road.
I think this is a lot better than that other one.
I thought they didn't finish it.
Oh yeah,
They
we
blocked off the other one, kiddo. Look.
we's trailblazing now. Oh yeah.
They didn't block it off. Look, it's over there.
Your other road?
Yeah, the
The
other road
other
we came in
easement?
on too.
I see. So normally it would come in on that road there.
What's that?
Okay. And it gets thicker as we go
Is
further.
this our soil log? Yeah, that's our soil log there.
From somewhere deep in the property of Mark and Bonnie, we are reporting. There's a deer skull down there. Isn't it? Is that what you said? It was a deer skull? Yeah. Interesting. Oh, this is thick back here too. That's got to be the densest stuff I've ever trudged through. Some of it waist high. Almost stepped on Bonnie down there. And what were you saying there, Mark?
The water views past those trees. You can't see it really.
Okay.
And then you got the mountain view
Up there, yeah.
We'd have a nice sunset. What we plan to do is clear this area off.
Yeah,
build
right.
our house.
Right where we're standing here, then.
No, back behind us.
Okay.
Because we don't want to build on the slope.
Okay.
Back behind us up here in this area.
Oh, that's thick back there too.
Yeah. That doesn't take long for a cat to clear it out.
Yeah.
See, they won't even cut these trees down.
Then you got to grade it all flat and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So right about over there is where you're going to build a house.
Well, that'll probably be the edge of our yard.
Okay. And the
Then
house is further back.
Further back, about 50 feet, will be our house.
Okay.
Because I plan to only put a 50-foot yard around our house.
And 5 acres, you said.
Yeah, 5 acres.
And how much do they want for those 5 acres?
60,000.
Oh. Look, there's a. It's an old 707. Is that heading toward SeaTac Airport then?
It's heading away.
Oh. Anyway, how neat. When you get it done?
What I plan to do is go up and take a flight. One of my friends, as soon as it becomes current,
And
take a photograph of this before we start on it.
yeah, back in the super dense stuff, trudging our way along. This stuff is real thick. This must be what it's like to make your way through a jungle. Just follow the red ribbons. Like knee deep in this stuff. Just follow the red ribbons, right?
Over 300 feet back there.
Ugh. This reminds me of Boy Scout adventures.
I think that's second generation. This is third generation.
That's old growth there.
How can you tell?
Look at that stuff. That's old growth.
How can you tell what generation, Mark, on these leaves?
If it was older than the second, it'd be rotted out.
Oh.
It takes about 10, 15 years for those things to rot out.
Look at that thing.
Maybe,
Oh, yeah.
Old growth there.
Look at this. Knee deep in this stuff. That's plenty of this. Now it's real dark in here. Thick vegetation. There's light at the end of the tunnel. Oh, where are we, Mark? We're in another really
we're headed down towards
secluded area.
the canal.
But look at that neat lake down there.
Roll down the windows so you don't get this.
That's all right. Sunset in Washington,
Hood's
another
Canal.
one. Hood's Canal down there?
Or Hood Canal.
Well, it's supposed to be Hood's Canal, but they dropped the apostrophe S, and so then they called it Hood Canal. Remember, Bonnie, this is where we came and those two deer were
How come
out
we're
here?
not getting enough?
This is beautiful.
There we go. I wasn't exposing right. That is nice. This would be a
See if
neat
there's
place
any-
to have a
see
house.
if there's any deer around here. Get some deer.
That is really neat.
See any on that side, kiddo?
Just this for sale.
Is it?
That is neat. Where, over here? This land is for sale?
Yep.
That's where I'd want to be. Instead of
Not
where you
enough
guys
pri-
were.
Not enough privacy, though.
Well, oh, I see. Because of the people that might move in over here.
How much?
Yeah.
How much are you buying over there, anyhow?
But if you got a lake, a view of this lake like this, that'd be really neat.
That's a good canal.
Wood Canal. Now here's an interesting view out, Mark's guest bedroom window. You can see the fog is kind of rolling in or on by this area. I don't know if the camera can expose for that, but the day started out with blue sky. Maybe you can tell in that view or not. I don't know. I can't tell in this black and white TV though. Yeah, I think you can tell over there. Kind of an interesting effect, kind of like Mill Valley. Joel's place has lots of really nifty looking areas where fog kind of spills over cliffs and into valleys. Anyway, we're going to head out to Seattle today. Mark and I are at the ferry terminal at Kingston Ferry, going over to Seattle. And the ferry is late. We suspect it's trying to find the docking port there. I guess maybe it homes in on the siren. And there it is. Very hard to see, but it's right there. Compared to the size of other ferries, how big is this one?
For 1 second.
Is this like
one of the larger ones?
okay? Is this the same size? The Yakima? Is this the same size that I was on? No, this is narrower. This is a much
It's
smaller one.
narrower, but there's more space for cars in it. Because this is one run that has a lot of cars on it.
I see. So it's a narrower, longer boat then.
These guys that stand there pointing their fingers like that,
Yeah.
they get $35,000 a year to do that. Yeah. This guy makes more money than I do, has less responsibility.
How can I get into that? I could do that. I could point.
Yeah. A lot of people can. Notice they're all white people that are doing it too.
Say, man, no Jimmy Hoffa's doing that? Anyway,
How
here
far
we
forward
are.
do I go?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'll stop right here.
Radar repeater. And the controls, there's the engine telegraph and the wheel and the view out the front.
Tuck commander south on 10 knots. No point. I'd say.
Here's the quartermaster's table. That's the wheelhouse. Want this closed? Yeah. Okay. That was nice of them. Let me go up there in the wheelhouse. Pulling away. Out into the fog.
Remember on the Hollister they had so much problems with the horn?
Oh yeah.
Remember that? We were up there constantly tearing that sucker apart, trying to get it
Yeah.
to work. The
All right.
reed, I guess the reed in it was broken or. Get that out of my face.
I don't know what was wrong with that thing, but it was weird.
The reed in it was a low pressure steam that operates the horn, and the reed in it was just all goofed up.
Huh. Like you can see 1 or 2 trees sticking through the fog on the peninsula there. And a boat underneath. I'll feel a vibration. We're picking up speed.
Memories.
See that rainbow effect there off the fog? Look at these gulls following us. see they got a fog watch down there. Much narrower boat than the last one. And we're already there. And off we go. Shelter the boat as we depart. All the signs in Washington have Washington's head as a little emblem instead of the shape of the state. Yeah, pretty foggy over here today. I just agreed we all hate highway engineers and other goofy laws. Now look at this. We're sitting at this light and there's a sign, avoiding signal prohibited. We haven't got that one figured out. What could that mean? How do you avoid a signal? Okay, go ahead.
You are here.
All right.
The locks separate freshwater lakes from the Puget Sound saltwater
Okay.
stuff. Boats.
So that's Lake Washington
Well,
on the
no,
left
this,
there?
This is actually, oh shoot.
It says
what
to
is it?
Salmon Bay, and that's to Puget Sound, and then there's like
Right, and
ships
then
go
there's-
through there, right?
And there's another canal that they go through. That don't have locks
Okay.
on it, but
And then there's like a fish ladder there too?
Yeah.
Okay, I see.
boats going here.
Yeah. Okay, so what's that down there? What lake or that Puget Sound down there?
Yeah, that's the Puget Sound side down there.
Okay, so all these boats will come in here,
Uh-huh.
and then they'll fill this up?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know if they'll fill this part up or if they'll fill down here. I think that's a gate right over
I see.
Unless they close off both parts, and they open both parts. They might do that.
Now that lock over there is full, and that's why that boat's on a higher level.
So look over here, that rock over there. Wait, that's on the water level down there.
Houseboat, sailboat, that little tugboat there. Packing them in. They're all lined up down there. Control tower there. Now here you can see this level, this lake level, is much higher than that level. The large tugboat. See them all lined up to come in here.
road, huh?
So this thing separates where on here, huh?
Yeah.
And then they just fill this up to that level.
That's a houseboat over there, one that goes straight down to the house.
And there's another lock over here. And even a railroad bridge. That looks like a Norseman or a beaver. Yeah. Holy mackerel, what's that? It landed in some shrubbery. It crashed in some shrubs. It did. It crashed in a forest, in a clearing in a forest. Another smaller lock when they're not using a larger one.
One more after this.
You can see they're closing the lock doors. And now they'll start filling that up. And you can see that level is now slowly rising, right there. You can see that wall crawling up there. Here's a good view of the difference. Now that it's all the way up, the lock's open. And there must be a train going by because they've lowered that train bridge. So that's probably gonna be a train going by soon, I imagine. Now this is just a bypass, and there's a fish ladder there. It's like a dam where in the wintertime they control the rain runoff right here. Okay, Jimmy. There's the fish ladder down there. there's some fish.
Pass upstream through the fish ladder on the way to spawning areas and fish hatcheries in the Lake Washington watershed. The salmon you see today are returning by instinct to the same stream or hatchery where they were hatched several years ago. The female salmon may lay as many as 4,000 eggs in a gravel stream bottom. After the eggs are fertilized by the male, the adults will die. After the eggs hatch in the spring, the young fish, called fry, stay in the freshwater stream or hatchery from 3 months to 3 years before going downstream to the ocean. Along their journey in fresh and salt water, many salmon are eaten by other fish and marine animals.
And all that's happening because they're releasing water into here from up there, right? This is how it works. Water goes through that tunnel underneath there to either lock.
It looks like
The channel leading up to where we were. We're on a drawbridge here. And for the Space Needle. Space Needle.
Come on, Grandma.
Well, got a short view of it. And we're in downtown Seattle attempting to find a parking spot.
Jeez.
And it ain't easy with that, what do you call it?
Bumbershoot.
Yeah, some festival going on.
Some stupid festival.
Yeah. Downtown Seattle. A little bit of it anyway. Kind of another shot of the Space Needle to that telephone pole. As we continue our attempt to get a parking spot. Now this isn't a good shot. I don't know why I even did this, but that's okay. The elevator. Test center. And we're looking for the Aerospace Museum. More Boeing over there on the other side. A lot of Boeing around here. Here's the road we came in on, just above the main road. There's Norm's parents' house, which we'll see in just a minute. And then right up here is Malcolm's house, which he built himself. There's Malcolm and Norm. This is Malcolm's house. And his garage. And I'll show you something very interesting. Malcolm builds airplanes. This is his latest that he's building now. This over here is a midget Mustang. He sold the engine to it. There's the wings right back there. It's a scaled down P-51. And you can see all the work that goes into something like this. There's the wing structure there for this plane and the Mustang in the background. Yeah, I talk to myself all the time. No, picks it up real good. That's neat. There's Malcolm. Hello, Malcolm.
Hi there. Hi.
Anyway, this is neat. A two-seater, too, I just noticed.
Yeah.
Nifty.
Yes, sir.
The garden and everything, and a tour of the inside of Malcolm's house.
The front.
Okay, coming in the front door, we have like a dining room here. Okay. And then we have a living room in there. Let's do that first.
Do the living room.
Yeah, very nice. Sometimes I turn lights on for this because it comes out better, but I'm getting a good shot of this. Okay, that's fine. And then in here we have a bathroom. And in here we have A dining room. Beautiful wood too. It's really nice. And Malcolm built the house himself. And there's the catalytic stove.